Hello, I'm Tom Kitch. Yes, I fell the other night. I would like to do my best to try to cover Marty Robbins' great gunfighter ballad that he wrote and recorded in 1959, Big Iron. To the town of Agua Fria rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folk around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip, for that stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was early in the morning that he rode into the town. He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw loose and running, came the whisper from each lip, and he's here to do some business with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red. Many men had tried to take him, that many men were dead. He was vicious and a killer, though a youth of 24, and the notches on his pistol numbered 1 and 19 more. 1 and 19 more. Now the stranger started talking, let it known to folk around. He was an Arizona Ranger, wouldn't be too long in town. He came here to take an outlaw back, alive or maybe dead, and it didn't seem to matter. He was after Texas Red, after Texas Red. Wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red. But the outlaw wasn't worried, men that tried before were dead. 20 men had tried to take him, 20 men had made a slip. 21 would be the ranger with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. The morning went by quickly, it was time for them to meet. It was 20 past 11 when they walked out on the street. Folks were watching from the windows, everybody held their breath. They knew this handsome ranger was about to meet his death, about to meet his death. There was 40 feet between them when they stopped to make their play, and the swiftness of the ranger is still talked about today. Texas Red had not cleared leather when a bullet fairly ripped, for the ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was over in a moment, and the folks all gathered round. There before them lay the body of the outlaw on the ground. Oh, he might have gone on living, but he made one fatal slip when he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. Big iron, big iron, when he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. Marty Robbins, Big Iron.